Hi there, this is a little bit of a different knitting video. I'm doing a sewing video. This is a character that my daughter wants to be for Comic-Con in August. It's Ena Dream BBQ. So we had to find pants and a shirt and a hat for the most part. We've already found the shirt and we found pants to turn into shorts, and we thrifted this hat yesterday. It's the perfect style of hat. And so I cut off the pants into the length of the shorts. I haven't sewn them up yet, but I knew I had at least two sections of fabric to work with to cover up the hat. And I didn't want to glue anything on because then that looks gross after a while. But I also wanted to make it, if she ever wanted me to take the fabric off, that the original hat will be in good shape. And so here I am showing you how I am pinning it on, kind of fitting it to the hat. And luckily I have a lot of choices in colors with floss because I used to do a lot of counter cross stitch. I still do counter cross stitch every once in a while, but for the most part I just use it for sewing projects like these. And so I'm looking for a green. The fabric is more of a teal green. We were really excited when we found the pants because they were so close to the character's costume. And so I think I'm going to end up with the one on the bottom, because even though I'm anticipating not showing any of the thread, every once in a while, if you're doing blind stitching, it might show. I thought that was a little too bright. So I'm going to go with that color. And the first step is to pin everything in place and then do just a blind stitch in here. I thought I'd show you. It's very satisfying. I've worked on this all day. In little spurts, and I thought I am glad the order that I went in, having first the crown of the hat, and then I went to the bill, and then we're going to do the band last. So here's just some footage of me sewing this up. I'm kind of getting into the rhythm of it again. I haven't done any hand sewing in a while, but this way everything looks nice and neat and kind of put together. So here is the bottom of the crown of the hat all done, and then I needed to fold it so it didn't look so much like cat ears, but that it still kept its shape. So I decided that I was going to sew up the sides on the front, and then I would just have another piece of fabric to cover up that kind of smaller section in the back. I know there's a seam on the front, but I thought that was forgivable. And we were when we were looking for a hat, we were looking for a military style hat. And like I said, we found this at an independent thrift store. It's only $1. And Jenny actually likes wearing the hat because she tucks her hair up underneath the hat and keeps it off her neck, which is nice. I told her she needs to wear the hat to get used to it. So when we do go to Comic-Con in August, it's usually warm, that she will be used to wearing it on her head. So here's another look at me stitching. It's very satisfying. And then here it is all stitched. And just the top is open. So now I need a section for the back, and I left the top for last. So here is that piece in place. And then here she is trying it on. And I put a little kind of a rectangle piece on the top, and that hid all of the seams coming together. And then I knew I needed, the fabric had a little bit of stretch, so I knew I needed to use that stretch to my advantage. And here it is over the brim of the hat. This was easier than I thought to do. And then the last step is to do the band. Now that little strap in the front will be a darker green, so I do need to find a darker green. For that, I cut around the fabric to go around the buttons because we do want to still use the buttons. And this is where I stopped for the day. I will have to continue around the back and then find a darker color for the front. I hope you enjoyed this video, this sewing video, and you're having a great weekend. And I'll see you next time.